This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
Families have a lot going on. Let Ollie help manage the mental load with new cognitive help supplements for everyone 4 and up, like delicious Lolly Focus Pops or Lolly Mellow Pops for kids. And for parents, try 3 new Brainy Chews to help you focus, chill out, or get energized. Find these cognitive health buddies for the whole fam at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1325, What to Do with Your 401k When You Change Jobs, Part 2, by Kevin Ha of financialpanther.com. And hey there, I am Dan. I am your narrator and your host here. And today's post is a continuation from yesterday. That's episode 1324. It's part 2 of a post that's a little on the longer side, so we broke it up for you. And if you haven't listened to the first half yet from yesterday, I would recommend going back and doing that first so you're all caught up. But if you're ready, let's get into part 2 and continue optimizing your life. What to Do with Your 401k When You Change Jobs, Part 2, by Kevin Ha of financialpanther.com. Things to consider when deciding what to do with your old 401k. Number 1, simplicity. This is pretty self-explanatory. The more retirement accounts you have, the harder it might be to keep track of everything. For many people, rolling over funds into their new employer's 401k makes sense simply because it keeps their money all in one spot. 2, administrative fees. I feel like this aspect of retirement plans doesn't get talked about enough. Most people I talk to don't even realize that their employer-sponsored retirement plan probably isn't free. I've now had 3 different employer-sponsored retirement plans, and all 3 plans charge some sort of administrative fee. It's possible that your employer paid your administrative fees for you when you were employed with them, but once you leave, you'll probably have to pay those fees yourself. Administrative fees will generally come in 2 types, either a fixed fee, meaning the plan will charge you a fixed dollar amount each year, or a percentage-based fee, which means the plan will charge you a percentage of assets you have in the plan each year. The 401k at my law firm charged a fixed administrative fee of around $89 per year. My 457 plan with estate charges an annual administrative fee of 0.1% on the first $125,000 I have in the plan, while my state pension plan charges me $4 per month on amounts over $10,000 and under $30,000. As you can probably tell, a fixed administrative fee can be problematic if you don't have a ton of money in your old 401k, which, if you change jobs often, can be pretty common. Fixed fees have less impact as your account grows. The bigger your account gets, the lower percentage of your account the fixed fee will be. However, if you're not contributing to the account anymore, your account can't grow as quickly. Thus, if you're paying a fixed administrative fee, it'll often make more sense to get your old 401ks into one plan in order to avoid paying multiple unnecessary administrative fees. 3, Backdoor Roth eligibility. If you're a high-income earner, you'll want to consider whether you want to be able to make it easy for yourself to utilize a backdoor Roth. To take full advantage of a backdoor Roth, you'll need to make sure that you keep all of your pre-tax IRA space empty. Otherwise, you'll be stuck dealing with the pro rata rule, which in many cases will basically make it impossible for you to use a backdoor Roth. This is why I think the conventional wisdom to roll over your 401k into a traditional IRA isn't necessarily right for everyone. Many of us current and future high-income earners are going to want to keep all of our IRA space empty. One thing to note is that if you do have money in a traditional IRA, it's not very hard to get it out of there. You can pretty much roll over any money you have in a traditional IRA into any pre-tax 401k type plan. You'll just have to check to see if your employer-sponsored plan allows you to roll over traditional IRA funds into it, or if your solo 401k plan allows you to do the same. And 4, any special characteristics of your old retirement plans. The final consideration to think about is whether your old retirement plans have any special characteristics to them that make keeping your money in them advantageous. The big thing that comes to mind is money that you have in a 457 plan. The amazing thing about a 457 plan is that any money you contribute to it can be withdrawn penalty-free once you leave your employer. In other words, a 457 is basically a tax-deferred account that you can take money from without penalty, just like a regular taxable account. You basically get the best of all worlds with a 457 plan, tax-deferred growth, and the ability to withdraw your money when you need it. You lose those advantages if you roll over your 457 funds into a different type of retirement plan. So before you do anything, make sure to check whether your old retirement plan has some sort of special benefit that makes you want to keep your money there. What I'll do with my accounts. So what's my retirement world look like? My new job only gives me access to one type of account, a 403b plan. It's a pretty plan, at least when compared to the plans that I had access to before. For sure, I'm going to keep all of my 457 contributions where they are. The administrative fee is only 0.1%, which is completely reasonable. And since the majority of my contributions in the 457 plan are invested in Vanguard funds, I'm only paying a few basis points per year in expenses. But most importantly, I don't want to move my 457 contributions out of that plan because I want to be able to have the possibility of accessing those funds later without an early withdrawal penalty. My state pension plan is another story. Our contributions were fixed by state law, 5.5% from me and 6% from the state, which means that I only have a little over $10,000 in the pension plan. A monthly fee of $4 on a $10,000 balance isn't ridiculous, but it's also unnecessary and pretty duplicative of other administrative fees I'm already paying. Luckily, I found out that once I leave state service, I can roll over my state pension plan funds into my 457, which is what I'm going to do. Final thoughts. There's a bit of thought that goes into figuring out what to do with your old 401ks. I'd say the main things to think about are whether your old plans are any good, what sort of fees you're paying in them, and whether your new plans are good. Remember that the expense ratios of the funds you're invested in probably aren't the only fees you're paying. Don't be like most people who do nothing with their money and then forget where it is or how to even find it. Instead, put a little thought into what you want to do with all of that hard-earned money you've been saving away. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled, What to Do with Your 401k When You Change Jobs, by Kevin Ha of financialpanther.com. When it comes to hiring, don't go searching for the one. Just meet your match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree. Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. And one of the things I really love about Indeed is that it filters out those incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by La Quinta by Wyndham. Your work can take you all over the place, like Texas. You've never been, but it's going to be great because you're staying at La Quinta by Wyndham. Their free Bright Side breakfast will give you energy for the day ahead. And after, you can unwind using their free high-speed Wi-Fi. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book your stay today at LQ.com.
And again, thank you so much to Kevin, who started this blog to share what he's learned about money and side hustling over the years, as well as to document his own journey towards financial independence. It's his hope that his experience and knowledge can help you out in some way. So come on and check out more from him at financialpanther.com. And that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and I do hope you'll be back here tomorrow where I'll have another installment and where your optimal life awaits.